Hey guys, this episode today is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Next time, guys, you want to go online, whether it's your phone, your tablet, or your laptop, you can now feel safe by going online safely with just a few taps with ExpressVPN, engineered to protect your privacy and security. Check them out on Google Play or the App Store. Just key in ExpressVPN and they'll pop right up. Right now, folks, they have a 7-day free trial. That's right. Download it for free on your Android phone, tablet, or TV, or on the App Store. ExpressVPN. Connect to 3,000 plus VPN servers in 160 locations in 94 countries. Safely access an unrestricted world of great content and apps with powerful speed and unlimited bandwidth. Protect your data and online activity with best-in-class encryption. Secure your connection on public Wi-Fi hotspots. Folks, it's also the industry's leading privacy protection. Browse in peace while keeping your IP address and location private. Under their strict privacy policy, they don't collect activity logs or connection logs. It's been independently audited to ensure your protection. So if you want to go online without worrying that your data or your online activity is going to be hacked or looked at, download ExpressVPN today, guys.
Rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia. A show unfiltered, unscripted, raw. The Patriot Angle Podcast. Hey guys, welcome to today's show. Today is Saturday, October 2nd. Happy Saturday. Well, it's a happy Saturday for me, I can tell you that. Today is my birthday, guys. Yes, just turned the big 39. Almost pushing that 40 mark. It's coming. It's creeping up, guys. I can tell you that. It's coming close. Coming very, very close. But today is my birthday. It's a good day for me, I think, I really don't party like I used to, back in the day with friends, going out to the bar and clubs. I can remember that, going out and partying, when it was my birthday. It was a big deal. Now it's just, to be honest with you guys, it's just another number. It's just another number. But welcome to today's show. First and foremost, guys, if you'd like to support this podcast, you can support us at anchor.fm/The Patriot Angle. We greatly appreciate any donations you like to contribute to the show. Also, guys, you can follow me on Facebook, The Patriot Angle Podcast, as well as our Instagram page, Patriot_Angle _unfiltered. Wow, I had to get it out there, guys. Anyway, welcome to today's show. Today's show sponsored and brought to you by our good friends at Even, the Even app there. Download Even if you're in need of a stretch of a payday loan, an advance. They partner with a lot of big businesses out there, such as Amazon, Walmart, and other big chain companies out there. So check them out, guys. Even, EVEN. available on Google Play and the App Store. With that being said, guys, welcome to today's show. Welcome. Biden administration literally spelling out vaccine or termination process for Border Patrol agents. Yes, he's rolling this vaccine crap like down just about everybody's throats. Does everybody remember, first before I get into this article here, does everybody remember when Biden said that he was not going to mandate the vaccine on anybody in America? He says that it was unconstitutional. That was what, last year? Fast forward 10, 11, almost a year later, and he's mandating like this, like it's the end of the world, like we got to get this vaccine, or everybody's gonna die. First of all, folks, let me spell this out. Okay, this is a vaccine that is being mandated on an unconstitutional level. Yes. It violates healthcare laws. It does, guys. You could actually look it up. This actually violates healthcare laws. That's why the Obamacare only lasted for so long. Because even people in Congress and the high courts of the Supreme Court seen that it was huge. It was in a huge violation of laws. And this is going to go to the high courts. I can tell you right now, this vaccine mandate crap is not going to last, guys. It's not going to last. Let them have fun. The Democrats, let them have fun with their little vaccine crap. But it's not going to last. It's not going to last. According to this article, guys, the Office of Personnel Management informed the American Federal Government Employees Union, which is also known as the AFGE, that it will follow a series of steps to comply Border Patrol agents to accept COVID-19 vaccinations or face job termination. Okay, which I think, folks, that whole face job termination, that also violates another law. That violates labor laws. You cannot force an employee to get any type of vaccine, let alone a medical shot, and threaten their own free will. Their body, their choice to get that vaccine or that shot. It's their choice. It's not the federal government's choice. I don't know what this radical left thinks that it says in the Constitution, guys, that you can force down anybody's throats, whether they're a federal worker, okay, a state worker, or a employee of a private business or entity. It says it right there in the Constitution. You cannot force this. It violates health laws. It violates labor laws. It violates a lot of laws in the Constitution. I have no idea how they think that they can do this. I'm telling you right now, guys, this is going to go to the high courts. It's going to go to the Supreme Court. This is going to be a lot of lawsuits coming out of this. We're seeing that with the healthcare workers. A lot of healthcare workers are basically suing their employee, their employer, on a lot of different angles. This is tyranny, folks. Tyranny at historic highs. The article also says, according to the source, or a source within Customs and Border Patrol protection, on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, just a few days ago, the MBPC was informed that the Office of Personnel Management determined disciplinary actions, steps that the Border Patrol will institute to influence unvaccinated agents or face removal from their positions. Any agent who remains unvaccinated by November 22nd of 2021. Oh, wow, right? That's what a coincidence, right? Isn't that like right around like some elections coming up, That's a coincidence. will receive formal counseling and education concerning the jab. According to a guidance announcement reviewed by Breitbart, Texas, the employee will then be allowed a 5-day period to start the vaccine regimen. After the 5-day period and no shot, agents will face an unpaid suspension from duty for up to 14 days. Unpaid suspension? What? More violation of labor laws. Oh boy, there's going to be, I'm telling you guys, there's going to be a lot of lawsuits coming out of this. A lot. Also states that termination procedures begin thereafter for those still refusing the mandate. John Anefison, the president of the National Border Patrol Council for the Del Rio sector, says that the agency cannot afford to lose any personnel. Well, if they cannot afford to lose any personnel, do you think, what is this going to do to our national security on our southern border? It's going to be more vulnerable, right? It's going to show that illegals can just go whoop right across the border. They're going to see that there's not a lot of Border Patrol agents because of what the hell they're doing with this stupid, ridiculous vaccine mandate. Folks, what is this president doing? This president is setting us up for open attacks against anybody. Folks, these are our Border Patrol agents. These are agents that protect us, protect our sovereignty, protect our security as a nation on our southern border. Folks, I just want to say these one words right here. The National Border Patrol Council is absolutely opposed to the vaccine mandate. And our search for a legal path continues, the council told Breitbart of Texas just this past Wednesday. The Border Patrol, like I said, folks, cannot afford to lose a single member of its workforce while the crisis at the border continues to spiral out of control under this Biden administration. It's out of control. Out of control. Folks, this is craziness. Craziness. It's only going to get worse under this crazy, ridiculous Biden administration with these ridiculous, unconstitutional vaccine mandates. Hey folks, this episode today is sponsored by Degree Motion Sense Dry Spray. Folks, this stuff is great. It doesn't leave any marks like white or yellow, stain marks on your clothing. It is by the company Degree, which if anybody knows, they do make deodorants, but this happens to be their dry spray. So if you're out and about, you don't have enough time to, pretty much stop at the house or wherever and, get the underarm deodorant going, and you need to get rid of that funky, nasty, sweaty smell to you, use the Degree Motion Sense Dry Spray. It's ultra clear, black plus white, anti-yellow stains and white marks. So it's not going to leave any stains or white marks on any of the black or white clothing. I happen to use this from time to time. It's an excellent product, so check them out today. They have a new look. They're available all over the place. Walmart, Target. You can find these in convenience stores, even pharmacies such as Walgreens and CVS. Check them out today, guys. They're super affordable. Degree Motion Sense Dry Spray. Check them out. You'll love it.
Mike Gardner, a host like no other, unscripted, unfiltered, raw.
So much money with DoorDash. I wanted to earn money in my free time, but I didn't want to go out and get a boring 9 to 5. That's when I found out how much money my friend was making with DoorDash. There are opportunities in over 4,000 cities. Signing up was super easy. And before long, I was already making deliveries. Now, I get to make my own schedule and keep 100% of my tips. Download the DoorDash driver app and get started today.
Patriot, unfiltered, raw. Your host, Mike Gardner.
COVID-19 has divided the world, most recently between the vaccinated and unvaccinated. Many American companies, from Google to CNN and United Airlines, have made the vaccine compulsory for staff. The alternative, look for a new job. In Germany, free coronavirus tests are coming to an end. Unvaccinated Germans will have to foot the bill if they want to eat out or go shopping. In France, 250,000 people protested against tightening rules against the unvaccinated. They say liberty is at stake. It's their body, their choice. I'm Ben Fazul and welcome. The French government is trying to...
You know, guys, I wanted to plug that into the show here just now. Remember that my body, my choice, right? This mandatory vaccinations is beginning to be, human rights versus public health, right? Is this more for public health or is this more for control? Folks, we're starting to see it under more of a control factor than actual, promoting this vaccine for public health, right? If this is supposed to be the most deadliest disease, right, in human history, just let that sink in, right? Human history. If this is supposed to be a virus that can wipe out humanity in a single infection, why are we not seeing massive of deaths across the world? Well, you might see that being broadcasted on different types of networks such as CNN and MSNBC and and others. But folks, they're fabricating a lot of what you are seeing on TV. A lot of it's being fabricated. A lot of it's being a lot of it's just fake, guys. I'm trying to find the words here on the show, but just a lot of it's fake, guys. A lot of it's fake. Yes, it's a it's a virus that can to an extent kill somebody. But folks, the media, is leaving out a lot of narratives with this thing. I've said it time after time on my podcast. I almost sound like a broken record. Producer Josh here, like, yeah, Mike. But guys, this is the beginning to literally take over lives of people. They're getting fed up with this mandate crap. It's unconstitutional, and it violates not only labor laws, but it violates public health laws too. The so-called "my body, my choice" law implies that under no free will are you to be threatened to get this jab, this vaccine. It's your choice. It's not the federal government's choice. It's your choice whether you want to, protect yourself. I mean, we're clearly seeing that this vaccine does not work. I mean, if it worked, in my own personal opinion, you wouldn't have a second dose of it, and you wouldn't have all these extra booster shots that they're now trying to imply on people's lives, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, guys, right? I mean, can we agree there? Can we show a set of hands, producer Josh, right? I mean, if this worked, right, we wouldn't have, the second vaccine and booster shots coming out, right? I mean, if it worked, right, why do you need a booster shot, right? I mean, maybe I'm wrong, I mean, I don't have a PhD in medical study, but I mean, clearly it's common sense, right? If the vaccines are designed to protect us against COVID-19, why are they rolling out second vaccine shots and booster shot after booster shot, right? Right? I mean, I'm not the only one that's getting fed up with these vaccine mandates. Guys, I want to plug into the show here today. A police officer literally quitting over vaccine mandates said, "I decided to turn my badge in so I can speak up." Yeah, oh God, you got to check this out, guys. This is a police officer that had enough of this vaccine mandate. So what did he do? He turned in his badge so he can speak up against this vaccine mandate, guys. Check this out here. Sound clip number 4. I'm plugging in from Fox News here. It's about a week ago, guys. Check this out.
Morning. I just want to thank God for giving me the strength to step out of my comfort zone, and thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming on. It's an important topic, and thank you for your service out there. Tell us why you decided to hang up your badge.
Well, when we received an email saying that you're going to have a vaccine by a certain date or face discipline up to including termination, I took it as a threat. And because I don't plan to be vaccinated, and I decided to turn in my badge so I can speak up because others can't for fear of losing their job.
Sergeant, how hard of a decision was that?
Very difficult, especially after, serving for that many years and putting on the uniform so many times. The last time I put on, it's emotional.
You're being forced to leave your job because you don't want to get this vaccine. Are you alone in this, in your department?
I'm definitely not alone. There's several hundred people throughout the city that back this, and it's unfortunate because they were doing weekly testing for a very short period of time before they moved on to this mandate. And while most people don't want to do weekly testing, they would much rather do that and keep their job than be forced to get a vaccination. And the mayor had said that this was done to protect the employees and the population, but the thing is, they're not testing the vaccinated employees, and we all know that vaccinated people can get the virus and spread it without knowing even. So that doesn't seem right. And he also had said that the percentage went up from 82 to 85%, and he had said that the strategy is working. And if the strategy is to force people to decide whether to have a livelihood or get the vaccine, that's not something to be proud of.
I know that
very sad stuff, guys. Very sad stuff. A veteran cop out in California quits the force. And folks, I just want to say something. I want to agree with the with this veteran cop here. My heart's out to you, buddy. I don't know you personally, but my hearts go out to you. A veteran police officer quitting because he is not going to be forced against his own free will to take this shot, guys. Guys, this is tyranny. This is tyranny in the United States that we are seeing. Literally. Guys, this is terrible. Terrible. And if the strategy is working, right, where they're saying that, oh, this vaccine is working and everything, it's not, folks. It's complete bullshit. People could still get the damn virus, or whatever the hell they're calling it, disease, right? You could still get this thing if you're still fully vaccinated. You could fact check me all you want. You don't need a PhD in medical study. You don't need an IQ of 180 to figure that out, guys. It's clearly showing. The proof is there. Fully vaccinated people, right? Some of them have 2 shots. Some of them are into their booster shots already. And they're still getting this damn thing. I know people personally that I will not mention their name for privacy issues here on the show that have been fully vaccinated, okay? And they're still telling me, I'm getting sick, I'm developing this, I'm developing that. I know people that have blood clots. My God, it looks like they have some kind of weird, out of this world disease popping up all over their body. I feel for them. They're personal friends of mine, right? But folks, it is not about being vaccinated. It is about control. This is step 1 in bringing in communism from the Socialist Communist Party of the radical left Democrats. And that's what they are, folks. That is what they are. They want to reshape our country. They want to make it like a different United States that we could ever imagine. But folks, let me say one thing. Do you know, and you could fact check me all you want, because I know I have some liberals on this show that listen in. I know I have the liberals that tune in from time to time. That's okay. Yeah, maybe they're getting bored of listening to the fake news outlets out there giving them misinformation about COVID. Hey, you want to listen to my show and you still want to spread negativity and comments on my show? By all means, go ahead. You're not hurting or breaking my feelings. But here's something here, and you can fact check me on this. Do you know that over 90% of people hospitalized for COVID are not unvaccinated people? No, seriously. Over 90% of people being hospitalized for COVID are fully vaccinated. Get those marbles, huh? It's about control. It's about using your common sense. Because I think we all have it, folks. We're adults here. We're adults. I think we know how to take care of ourselves. I think we know about our immune system better than the federal government, than the CDC. I mean, if you're a grown-ass adult, a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman, and you don't know your immune system by now, there's something wrong with you. I clearly suggest that you should talk to a medical advisor. Because if you are over the age of 18 and you do not know your immune system, and you need to have the federal government or CDC tell you otherwise, there's something wrong with you. Seriously. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or, or insult you or anything like that. But for the first time in history, we are seeing a federal government, political hacks of doctors, literally put the blame game on the American people for being unvaccinated. We heard Joe Biden clearly saying, oh, this is the pandemic of the unvaccinated. How dare him say stuff like that? How dare the federal government? Who the hell do they think they are? Gods? I want to read a passage here, okay? Provisions 28-1. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteousness are bold as a lion. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. He will repay. Folks, think about that passage, that religious passage. Because what we are seeing is a mandate that is not a law. Let's sink that in for a minute. This is a mandate. It is not a law. A law is written in stone. It's passed through the Congress. A mandate is simply like a suggestion. That's all it is, folks. No government in this world, or at least our government for that matter, has the right to tell you what to put in your body. It is your choice, your God-given right. This is a dictatorship, and that's why we must impeach this president, President Biden. Be right back, guys, after these words. Don't go anywhere.
This is not a political issue. This is not left-right. This is not Democrat-Republican. This is not vax-unvax. This is a fight for freedom of choice, free will.
Patriot Unfiltered Raw. Guys, welcome back to the show. You just heard these guys. We the people have had enough of this garbage, this tyranny of just destruction, guys. This is terrible. Terrible stuff. Terrible. And when is it going to end? When the hell is this going to end? Well, I can tell you what. You know, you just heard a sound clip here of a New York City firefighter giving his insight on this. Okay? And thank God people are speaking against this tyranny of what Biden's trying to do here in this country. Listen to this, guys. Newark firefighters, yes, Newark, New Jersey, joining the stand against these mandates here. Newark firefighters, police protest against vaccination mandate. Check this out, guys. This is pretty impressive how you're seeing a lot of people across the country, guys, stand against this tyranny. They had enough of it. They're speaking against the tyranny that we're seeing in this country, guys. Check this out.
Fire you if you don't follow his mandate.
Words of anger followed by a crowd of boos as firefighters and police in Newark protest Mayor Ras Baraka's mandate requiring city workers to be vaccinated.
My body, my choice. My body, my choice. We as public workers have always helped, even through this entire COVID vaccine problem, or when this whole entire epidemic started. We came to work every day. We did our job. Now the mayor is going over and above the governor's executive order, which requires either you get vaccinated or you get a medical or religious exemption, or if you don't want to take the vaccine, you'll be subject to testing once or twice a week.
According to the
There you go. Medical or religious exemption. Yeah, I can give you my exemption. Here's my exemption, guys. I'm an American patriot, born on American soil. So my exemption to this mandate is that I, under my constitutional rights, refuse this vaccine mandate because not only is it implying tyranny against American citizens, but this is the United States of America. This is not Nazi Germany. And we are seeing the same output that Adolf Hitler forced upon his own people in Nazi Germany all those years ago. Similar situations? Yes. Was it the same? No. But it was very similar. Forcing these heinous laws, if you want to call it that, on its people. Folks, what you just heard was a sound clip here we plugged into the show from firefighters and police officers in Newark, New Jersey, rallying outside City Hall this past Wednesday, protesting Mayor Baraka's mandate. They demanded the mayor to rescind the mandate, saying that forcing workers to get vaccinated is a violation of their constitutional rights. Yeah. The mayor even said here. Yeah, this radical left mayor is Josh. Is Newark? Is Newark a Democratic city? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. So yeah, Newark, New Jersey, guys, coming from this radical left mayor, saying that the mandate requires city workers to be vaccinated by September 15th. That was last month, guys. Yeah, a little old, but you know, I just wanted to figure I'd plug it into the show because these folks were given a deadline, and if they did not comply to the deadline, they are going to get fired. Oh, okay. Yeah, try, guys, let these radical left leaders, right? These socialists, these communists, because that's what they are. They're not leaders, they're communists, they're socialists. Care two shits about you. It's the truth. Let them play this little game. Let them play this little game thinking that they have the upper hand in the situation, because they don't, guys. This is only going to backfire on all these companies, all these city officials trying to roll out this tyranny of mandates, because that's what it is. It's tyranny, guys. They're nothing but tyrants. Let them play the little game, and then let them see all the backfire that it does to them. Because people will say enough is enough. Businesses will close down, and city officials will start scratching their heads saying, oh, we should have looked at that another way. Yeah. Because, folks, you will see a revolutionary output in this country. Okay? And I'm not trying to make threats. I'm not trying to start anything on this podcast. I'm simply stating the truth. You will have a revolutionary uprising from the American people, because this is the United States of America, folks, and no American citizen should be forced against their own free will. And then it says that you need an exemption in order to bypass this mandate. Folks, not only should these people need a medical exemption or a religious exemption, this shouldn't even be implied to begin with. These people are, like I said, the words, there's not enough words to explain it, folks. These people are being forced against their own free will in order to keep their jobs. Like, what is going on in our country? Why is this vaccine being forced on American citizens? No other vaccine in this country has been forced on people. Oh, you could say, oh, well, what about the chicken pox and the measles shots and all that? You need to take them in order to go to school, in order to have your records up to date. Okay, first of all, measles and the chicken pox is two different things, folks. Two different things. Okay, we're talking about a simple vaccination that's supposedly protects you against a common cold or a little sniffle, which clearly shows that you can overcome in a matter of 3 to 4, 5 days, sometimes a week. Some people don't even need modern medicine to overcome a flu or a cold. All they need is a simple, little vitamin D, which we get from the sun every single day. That's the medicine. Go outside, exercise, be out in the fresh air, and there you go. There's your cure for the common cold or common flu. Why is this so relevant to the radical left that they have to force this crap down people's throat? Producer Josh and I, we're still trying to figure this out, right? Josh, have you figured this out? He's telling me in my headpiece that no, seriously, guys, we still haven't figured this out. Like, why is this so irrelevant to the radical left? Folks, we as Americans need to stand up against this mandate. We as Americans need to stand up against this tyranny. We need to fight against these tyrants in office and vote them out. Because this is not the America. This is not the America that we look up to. This type of America has been hijacked by socialist, communist nut jobs in office. It's all a power trip. That's all it is one huge power trip. Folks, you need to ask yourself one question here, okay? When you lose genuine people who risk their lives to protect against complete strangers like police officers, because you're forcibly against your own free will from your own government that you need to take a shot or you're going to lose your jobs. Folks, is that a republic? Is that a constitutional republic? Let that sink in. Because it's not, folks. This is not a national constitutional republic that we are seeing. We are seeing an America that has been poisoned by an entity of demonic proportion. They are trying to take away your rights, and the government seems to be okay with that. You really need to ask yourself, is America at a point of no return? The most basic right of free men is the right to choose what goes in your body, including medical drugs and other entities, not the federal government's choice. You have constitutional rights to decide what goes in your body. Folks, the most appropriate way to say my body, my choice is to protect your constitutional rights. Because when we become a country, and I'm going to say this in closing right now, when we become a country that allows a government to dictate our rights, we are no longer a constitutional republic. We are no longer a country of law and order. We are no longer a country of liberties and freedoms. We have become a brand new country that literally had all of that taken away. Are you willing to have your country being stripped away from its liberties its freedoms, and all the greatness that our four founding fathers designed for this country all those hundreds of years ago? Are you willing to have all that taken away? It's your choice, folks. We the people have the power. We the people have the ultimate power, not the federal government. You need to understand that. We the people have the power to vote these clowns out of office once and for all. That's my closing, guys.
You just heard an episode of the Patriot Angle Podcast, an Anchor platform.